Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tasha here, and today I figured I haven't done a sit down talk video in a long time, so I wanted to do a get ready with me. Y'all know I don't do much with my makeup, but I feel like it looks okay at the end of the day. So I just want to get ready with me, and I'm going to be talking about a touchy subject. I'm talking about loss, really transparent. So stay tuned in this video to watch. Let me know in the comments what kind of loss you've experienced. I want to know, I want to talk about it, and how did you deal with it. So let me know in the comments. Don't forget, before you watch this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this video, like it, comment, all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's get right into it. Welcome back to my channel. It's Tasha here, and I haven't sat and talked to you guys in a while, so I decided to do that today. What we are talking about today is dealing with loss, right? So I don't know, I've been wanting to do this video for a while just because I feel like I've dealt with a lot of loss, and I feel like that's just life, you know. You win some, you lose some, and but you live to fight another day. No, for real. What movie is that? Comment below what movie that is. But yeah, so I feel like I've dealt with a lot of loss. I just kind of want to talk about it, like for those who are experiencing loss or have, and kind of just wanting to talk to someone about it. I'm your girl, okay? So let's just chat, right? Okay, so what I do is I take like a mascara and I put it around, this looks weird, but I just brush my eyebrows like this, because like my eyebrows are already full, but I just use like a mascara to kind of just like make them a little like shapy. So I just use like a little eyebrow brush and brush the brow like that. You can see the shape kind of like looking better than before, and a little longer, and you'll see, but we'll get that up. Let me speed this part up because I don't need to be super long. Okay. So that's it for that, and then I just go in the middle and wipe off the excess. Let me talk about what I have lost, okay? So I've lost friends. Who hasn't, right? I've lost friends. I've lost my dad, my grandma. My dad was my first major loss because my grandma, I loved her dearly. She lived a long life. My dad's was more unexpected. He died 2 years ago, and we weren't ready. I mean, you're never ready for death, but we really weren't ready, and he wasn't ready. That was my biggest loss. Toughest loss, I should say. So I'm taking Nars, which one is this? Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel. Oh, should I do this? YouTube live. But yeah, so I've lost lovers. So I've lost boyfriends, lovers, whatever you call it, but that's a heartbreak in itself too. So I kind of just want to like explain how I lost, like just the process of losing these different categories and like how I dealt with them, to hopefully, you know, help someone. So yeah, so I'm just going to spread this out. Honestly, I don't even know what this is because I had it so long that maybe it's Black Radiance, that brand or whatever it's called, but it's like just like a concealer stick. That's how it looks. So yeah, I just use this to contour, and I just go around my nose like this and right there, and then I go right here, and then I go right there. I haven't filmed myself doing my makeup in so long that I'm like kind of nervous because my process looks horrible. Like how I do makeup looks so bad, but it looks okay at the end, I promise. So while I'm putting on this last coat of concealer, I'm gonna talk about my greatest loss first. I'm gonna talk about losing my dad. So of course, you know, losing a parent is horrible. I feel like, well, my mom says losing my dad, like a significant other, was like worse than losing her parents. But I don't know, I haven't experienced that yet. But to me, that pain was horrible, and it still is. And as you know, loss and grief, if you break up with someone and lose them as a boyfriend or girlfriend, I think that's grief. Like, grief comes in different forms, and you never know how you deal with grief until you experience it. So for me, my grief was like double whammy because for one, it was so unexpected. Like, I never talked about it, but basically my dad passed of, he had a heart surgery, but the surgery went well, but he passed from complications after the surgery. So he got blood clots, and it just went bad from there, went downhill from there. So he was in the hospital for maybe about a week, and we were having hope, because once he recovered from his surgery, he was at home, but you could tell he just was like really struggling with, see, it's been 2 years, but I'm telling you, it never gets easy, right? So you could tell he was struggling from like recovery and everything, and just trying to be strong, because he's a Marine. He's just like a strong man. And so I never really know how much pain he was in because he was so strong. That's what you get.
Don't hurt yourself.
And you gonna be my YouTube video. I'm kidding.
Alright, then we lit. Love from Tasha's Back YouTube. Calls for support. I hope everyone's having a great day. Make sure you subscribe to the button below. Like and put a comment.
Where was I? You know, I knew he was in pain, but I don't think we would ever know how much pain he really was in. So he's trying to recover, and he's just having a hard time. He ends up back in the hospital because he just wasn't doing well, and he went to the hospital and never came out. So he was there for about a few days or a week. We was going to visit him, and he was seeming like he was getting better. So I'm like, yeah, I got an interview. I'm gonna head out, catch you later, daddy. Like, I'll be back, but a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. So I go to LA while he's recovering, and you know, I think he made a comment, you know, like, you just gonna leave, but at the end of the day, he was supportive of like the grind, what I had to do. So I was in LA, and it was also my best friend's birthday, so we was like going out, and we were planning on going to Mexico for her birthday that week. So the night that we went out for her birthday, my mom texted me, and it was like 3 a.m. and she was like, he's not doing well. The next day, I hop on a plane, and on my plane ride, literally, he was in my dream, and he said, you took forever to come see me. And I was like, no, daddy, like, I'm coming. And then he was laughing. He's like, yeah, okay. And I was like, for real, like, I'm on the way. He was like, you're the last one to come see me. So I closed my eyes, or I woke up from that dream. I felt like he had said bye to me in that dream. Even though on this earth, he was still here physically. I was like, that dream, that was his goodbye. I knew it. So I get to the hospital. I was talking to the nurses, and they were like trying to do everything they could. They were like, he's not doing well. And my mom's like, go say your final goodbyes. So everyone was saying their byes. And I said mine last. And I went into his room, and we shared some words, or I told him some words. When I was done saying my words, wow, like, we shared that connection. And so all in all, losing a parent or someone close to you, gaining an angel is like superpowers. I'm telling you, like, you start seeing the world different. Like, as soon as my dad died, I started seeing the world different. I never really took advantage of like being grateful of like when you wake up another day. Like, being here on this earth is such a blessing, but transitioning is a blessing too. And I don't fear death because I know that I'll be able to see my loved ones again. And our soul is infinite. And I didn't dig into that kind of stuff but until my dad died, because once he died, how else can I talk to him, you know? So I had to kind of figure out and soul dig and figure out like what afterlife is and where our souls go. And once I started learning about that, it's like I started feeling him even more, because you have to figure out how to communicate with your ancestors and your loved ones who's passed along. So even like Nipsey, he's passed, and that was my favorite rapper. I took that hard. It was right after my dad, and that was my favorite rapper, and I had a dream about him. Like, not to sound weird, but he was in my dream, and it's like we finally met. And because he's not on this earth anymore, but he's connected to us in that other realm. So yeah, so I say that to say that like losing a loved one is hard, but it's like transcending. It's so like everything that I get, all of my blessings is from my angels. My advice, my insight is from my angels, because this life is temporary. Everything I do is, I'm grateful to be alive, and I'm like, what am I gonna leave on this earth? My dad's funeral message was, what are people gonna say about you when you leave? Like, what have you done? And not to say like what you accomplish is who you are as a person, no, but it's like, what impact have you left? When you leave, can somebody still stay on this earth and be impacted by you? Like Nipsey, he's a soul, and today's his birthday, but he's a soul that like all of his advice, all of his music can live on and touch other lives. My dad, he created a business. He instilled values in me that still I like stand by to this day. So the work that I put in, I'm doing it for the future. I'm doing it for the when I'm not here, y'all can still see this video and see what type of person I am, and see the good in my heart, and see how I've impacted lives. That's just my life mission, and I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be recording this video, because not everybody got the opportunity today. Like, Six Figure Chick was this lady, if you don't follow her, but I followed her. She taught people how to make millions off digital products. I followed her every day, and she just passed yesterday. She's not here anymore physically, but her soul is, and her products and her inspiration, motivational messages, like her legacy will live on. and she's not here on this earth today, but I am, and I'm able to record this video, which is crazy to me. So take advantage, y'all. Y'all want to start something? You might not be here to do it, so like start today. If you're watching this, be grateful. I'm telling you, life is precious. Life is short though. This life is, you know, this realm. But life, your soul is infinite, so make sure it's pure. Take care of it while you're here. But yeah, y'all see how I do makeup, right? It's so ratch. But anyway, now we are going to wipe off this. Oh, sorry y'all. I did Laura Mercier translucent powder. Love it. It's translucent color. I've had it forever, but it's great. Love it. The only translucent I get. And then on my eyes, I use the Too Faced highlighter that we'll use later, but I just use it on my lids. And then I use that same contoured stick to put on the ends of my eyes. I'm super simple. I need to expand my makeup. One day I will. All right, so now I'm gonna take this MAC dark skin finish, mineralized skin finish. It's in the color dark. And I'm just gonna wipe off the powder and put it all over. So yeah, that's what my piece on losing a loved one, losing a parent, losing my dad. That's what I'll talk about, that loss and what that was like. And grief, I'm still dealing with it. I think about him every single day, and it's never gonna be easy, but I just changed my way of thinking about it, and I'll meet him soon. So that's how I deal with that. I'm doing good. My family's doing good. My mom is trying her best. She's doing good. So yeah, that's that, y'all. So now I'll talk about losing friends. So for me, I'm a connector. Like ever since I can remember high school, I've always been the type to have a lot of acquaintances, not a lot of like best friends. Well, I would say I had a close, small circle in high school, but like I still liked having just a lot of acquaintances and knowing a lot of people, which broadened my network as I got older. You know, like I moved to different cities. I lived in New York, went to college, pledged, so I have line sisters. So like I grew my network like that organically. And so with that, as you get older, you realize that like when you have a lot of acquaintances, and it took me a while to realize that like you have to learn how to separate acquaintances from real friends. And it took me a long time to realize that like I don't have a lot of real friends. And that's just me being transparent. So when my dad died, I dealt with a lot of like losing friends because for one, my emotions were high. So this is a Sephora blush that I've had forever. Sorry, I don't know the color, I just put it on my cheek. So after my dad passed, I lost a lot of friends because my emotions were high. So some friends that I had that I considered true friends weren't there like I expected them to be. And everyone deals with things differently, and you can't take that personal, but I did. You know, they didn't come to the funeral. It was like miscommunication because they were waiting for the details, but I wasn't trying to hear it. And yeah, you just kind of, when you lose, when I lost my dad, I was like, so who's here for me? These girls, they party with me every weekend, but like, when I need someone to be here for me, where are they? When I need somebody to call and cry to, like who is here? Who can I call? So that's when I started having to realize that like, you have to learn how to separate your friends. You got your true friends, you got your party friends, you got your work friends, and be able to distinguish those. So yeah, and I'm a connector. So like I said, I have a large network of friends, or I have a large network of people I know. So I connect people, you know, like I'm never like hold tight on like who I know. It's like, shoot, you wanna connect with this person, you can. Yeah, like friends that I've connected, they connect stronger and then distance themselves from me. And that happens a lot, really. I don't know why. I've accepted it, like I don't feel no type of way. I just feel like life, if I can connect two souls together, and they hit it off, then so be it, you know? Who am I to stop that? And I'm putting on these lashes that I got from the beauty spot store. They're actually really cute. I don't think it's too bad. So what I also had to learn was like, this is in personal romantic relationships too, like be what you want to receive. So like if you want a real friend, like be a real friend. And I'm still constantly working on that till this day, right, at my big age. I'm still learning how to be a better person, a better friend. If I want a real friend, if I want someone to be able to call me and be there for them and depend on them, then I have to be dependable. If I want somebody to keep it real with me and be able to hold a secret, I have to be able to be that person. So yeah, that I lost friends at the end of the day, but that's just life. And I cherish the people in my life now, and that's all I can do. Yeah, so that's what I have to say about relationships. I mean, about losing friendships. Glycerin. And this is kind of like my setting spray. I find it to be like better on my skin because I break out from like other setting sprays, and they just like kind of leave my face like sticky feeling. So I like this. All right, so now I'm gonna take the same highlighter and put it right here. So lastly, I will talk about romantic relationships. So yeah, we ended up dating, and this guy was super accommodating, like super, he kind of like swept me off my feet, you know, like very refreshing. Mind you, I had just lost my dad, so it's like, I was kind of not craving male energy, but having another man, black man, take you in and like care for you and protect you when you lost your dad, it's kind of like vulnerable. Like I was a little vulnerable now that I can look back, but he was just really sweet, and we had good times. Where's my mole? Cause my mole be coming off. So I had to put my mole back because I covered it. But me and him had great times enjoying the West Coast. He taught me a lot. He was so like business savvy and was very honest, you know, like was very brutally honest and helped me like with business and making money and like seeing things differently. Like that's how I feel like I grew a lot. I was there for a while, so like it made me get a taste of like what living with a guy feels like, get a taste of like being a woman, like I don't know, just growing as a woman. And I feel like everything you go through in life is necessary. So I'm just putting bottom lashes on using this LA Girl. That was a necessary time. Me and him, we really moved fast because like I was in a 7-year relationship, and that kind of just like went, you know, we broke up after some differences. Even though it was so many feelings involved, of course, like after so many years being together. We were together from like high school all throughout college, but I loved that. Like I loved being with him for so long, but when we broke up, it wasn't necessarily like a loss. I didn't feel like I lost anything. It was more so just like closing a book in that chapter. But this relationship, I was going through transition. Like I moved to LA because hello, like that's why I moved to LA in the first place. So like I was in LA on my own, transitioning, and this same guy that I moved with, I expected him to like be there for me, but I mean, we had our issues or whatnot, but it was no closure. Like, he was just moving on without telling me. So like, I'm still holding on to him while he's let go of me. So I'm like holding on to something, not knowing that he's doing his own thing now. And I had to realize on my own that he had moved on and he was dating someone else. I respect his relationship, so I'm not going to try to jeopardize that or anything or reach out. So it's like grief. Like, it's like I have to deal with somebody and act like they're dead even though they're still here. Like, I can't even call this person up if I wanted to. I mean, of course I've moved on, but like, even as a friend, like I had to deal with that loss on my own. The Buxom, I love this brand. It's my fave lip gloss ever. I'll list it in the description. It's not focusing, but it's the Buxom lip gloss in blushing margarita shade. So yeah, it was kind of like I had to deal with that because it's like losing something or someone without closure. But at the end of the day, you have to realize like nobody on this earth, who said it? Was it Lauren London? But like, you don't own anybody, whether you feel like you're with them or not. Like, it's just borrowed time. Like, thank God that you were able to experience that person for however amount of time, whether it's your dad, your lover, your friends, you experience them and be grateful for that. But you don't own them, and you're not entitled to the amount of time that you're with that person. So just be grateful that you experienced them. Everything happens for a reason. And at the end of the day, they just make you stronger. You know, when you feel like you are alone, you know you're never alone. You have God. I did a video on how I lost my job. I've lost jobs, friends, lovers, my dad, but that's just life. You know, you gotta count your ups, your downs, your ebbs and flows, and just become a stronger person because of it. And everything that is for you will come to you. And yeah, so I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoyed it, being a little transparent. I wanted to talk to you guys because I haven't talked to you in a while. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching this Get Ready with me. I know my makeup process is ratchet, but you know, I look okay, I think. So yeah, count it all blessings, y'all. Live life, be grateful, tell everybody in your life that you love them while they're here. Stay safe during all this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.